Yellowstone Season 5 ending proves Taylor Sheridan that Kevin Costner still has the last laugh. Despite being able to continue after he left, Taylor Sheridan's Yellowstone ending proves that Kevin Costner still has the last laugh. Playing the Dutton family patriarch, John Idier, the veteran actor, was at the forefront of the neo-Western hit on Paramount+. Yellowstone is technically an ensemble, with compelling stories for Beth, Case, and Jamie, as well as the rest of the ranch. However, it was clear from the get-go that Costner was going to be its face, which made sense, considering his star power. That was until he left the project following a lengthy hiatus. Costner's exit from Yellowstone was for several reasons. None of the involved parties have really sat down and talked about it extensively, but according to reports, one of the main reasons for the actor's decision to walk away from the show is creative friction with Sheridan. At one point during the show's extended break, there were hopes that a middle ground would be reached, but that didn't happen. Ultimately, Sheridan found a way to explain his main star's absence by kicking off Yellowstone Season 5, Part 2 with the murder of John I.I. John's murder set the final stories of the rest of the Duttons in motion. Considering Costner permanently leaving Yellowstone, Sheridan didn't really have a choice but to give his character a definitive farewell. As subsequently revealed, however, John's death was always going to be a precursor to the show's ending. Sheridan had long decided how the Dutton Ranch's story would end, and Costner's exit only fast-tracked Yellowstone's send-off. This means that if the actor opted to stay in the series, the hit neo-Western hit would likely have continued. Paramount Plus and Sheridan moving beyond Season 5 isn't difficult to imagine, considering how popular Yellowstone continues to be. This is evidenced by the upcoming sequel spin-off for Beth and Rip, which is essentially a follow-up to the flagship series, only this time it's more focused on them. Admittedly, because of the limited remaining episodes, the Dutton patriarch's death wasn't as explored as in-depth as possible. That being said, John's funeral taking up a significant screen time of the Yellowstone finale shows that the narrative lives and dies with Costner and his character. When Yellowstone Season 5, Part 2 returned, it only had 6 episodes left to tie all the lingering storylines for a satisfying ending. It felt rushed at times, but doing another full season of the show without John I.E. also didn't seem like the right decision. Without the Dutton family patriarch, the core of the show is lost. All of John I.E.'s kids were living quite separate lives. Granted that Beth and Jamie had a collective arc, but it was adversarial. John I.E. and the ranch estate were often the only things that brought them together. This isn't to say that Beth, Case, and Jamie's respective narratives aren't interesting. All of them had compelling stories throughout Yellowstone. It's just that it's difficult to tie them all back together without the only thing that's binding them. The final moments of Yellowstone Season 5 have set the internet ablaze, with fans dissecting every scene, every line, and every subtle glance. As the dust settles, one thing is clear. Kevin Costner, the stalwart face of John Dutton, has emerged victorious in the ultimate standoff, not just within the narrative, but in the meta realm of television drama and creative control. For years, Costner's portrayal of the grizzled Montana patriarch has captivated audiences, his steely resolve and quiet authority defining the very essence of the show. But behind the scenes, tensions between Costner and Yellowstone creator Taylor Sheridan have been the stuff of Hollywood lore. From disagreements over shooting schedules to creative clashes about the direction of the series, the tension bubbled beneath the surface like a Yellowstone geyser, threatening to explode at any moment. And explode it did, both on screen and off. The power play. Season 5's narrative was a slow burn, much like the Duttons' relentless battle to preserve their ancestral land. Sheridan's writing, often lauded for its gritty realism and sweeping emotional arcs, delivered a finale that felt both inevitable and shocking. The Dutton Empire teetered on the edge of collapse, with betrayals and revelations coming to a head in a fiery showdown. But within the final scenes, a deeper message emerged, one that transcended the scripted drama. John Dutton, worn yet unyielding, stood as a mirror to Costner himself. Much like his character, Costner has weathered storms of doubt and contention, emerging as a figure who cannot be easily replaced or dismissed. Sheridan, for all his creative genius, had to reckon with the reality that Costner's gravitas was not just a feature of Yellowstone, it was its foundation. The finale didn't just serve as the conclusion to a season. It felt like a testament to Costner's enduring influence on the show's legacy. The artistic duel. In Hollywood, clashes between actors and creators are nothing new. Yet the Yellowstone saga has been particularly captivating because it pits two titans of storytelling against each other. Sheridan, with his prolific pen and unrelenting vision, is a powerhouse in modern television. Costner, a veteran actor and director with Academy Awards under his belt, is a living legend. Their creative differences became a public spectacle, with reports of Costner's reluctance to commit to a demanding shooting schedule clashing with Sheridan's ambitious plans for the show. Fans and critics alike speculated whether Yellowstone could survive without its leading man. Season 5's ending seemed to address that question head-on. The climactic scenes, filled with weighty dialogue and poignant silences, placed John Dutton squarely at the heart of the story. It was a reminder that, while Sheridan may craft the scripts, it is Costner who breathes life into the character. The final laugh. As the credits rolled on Season 5, one couldn't help but marvel at the layers of storytelling at play. On one level, the finale delivered the high-stakes drama fans have come to expect. But on another, it felt like a commentary on the real-world dynamics between Sheridan and Costner. Costner's performance in the finale was nothing short of masterful, a tour de force that underscored his indispensable role in the series. He conveyed John Dutton's pain, pride, and unyielding determination with a nuance that only an actor of his caliber could achieve. It was as if he were saying, through his portrayal, "You can't write me out of this story." And perhaps that's the most significant takeaway from the Yellowstone Season 5 finale. For all the tension and behind-the-scenes drama, Costner has proven that his presence is more than a contractual obligation. It is the soul of the show. The Sheridan effect. To Sheridan's credit, he crafted a finale that acknowledged this truth while staying true to the series' core themes. The episode was a masterclass in balancing character-driven storytelling with larger-than-life stakes. Even as John Dutton faced his darkest hour, the writing celebrated the resilience and complexity that have defined him from the beginning. Sheridan's willingness to lean into Costner's strengths as an actor speaks volumes about his respect for the craft, even amid creative disagreements. The finale wasn't just a victory lap for Costner. It was a testament to the collaborative alchemy that makes Yellowstone so compelling. The legacy. With Season 5 in the books, the future of Yellowstone remains uncertain. Will Costner return for another season? Will Sheridan pivot to focus on the spin-offs that have expanded the Yellowstone universe? These questions linger, fueling speculation and anticipation. But one thing is certain. The ending of Season 5 has solidified Kevin Costner's place in Yellowstone history. It proved that, despite the challenges and conflicts, he remains the heart of the show. In a television landscape where actors often fade into the background of sprawling ensembles, Costner's Yellowstone journey is a rare example of a performer transcending the role to become a symbol of the show itself. A story worth telling. As viewers continue to debate the finer points of the Season 5 finale, the larger narrative looms large. It's a story of art and ego, of creative vision and unyielding determination. It's a story that mirrors the very themes that have made Yellowstone a cultural phenomenon. And in the end, it's a story that proves one thing beyond a shadow of a doubt. Kevin Costner still has the last laugh. Would you like me to expand on a particular part or take a different angle?